deeper. So I'm using a deeper blue. Sorry that I moved the painting. Sometimes it slip out of my hands, but I'm trying to stay on track so you can see what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm putting more blue. Now what I see here is need more water. I will cover the yellow. I know it looks interesting. Well, not to say funny, but it's not funny, but it gets deeper. So I will make some areas of the sky darker like this, and then probably in the other corner. Although this kind of sky doesn't give like a fresh day, but I kind of like it to kind of darken the sky in my paintings, so we can have some effect. We can have some effect that impact the eye. So now I will use like some olive green to start doing the shadows and giving the impression of the leaves on the trees and bushes surrounding the house. So I'm using, as I say, I'm using olive green. And then I can even just pass the olive green over some parts. But if I want to keep the color and not destroy completely the presence of that, it's better to apply other greens like this, like a little yellow green, kind of yellow. And then so they can not completely eliminate the olive green. And then as you can see, I'm trying to create some deftness, that looks not that light. And then I will use some dark green here to create the impression that these trees and bushes and are on the back. So as you can see, I'm kind of doing, and then covering the other greens. And as you can see, my painting is becoming alive. But this is one layer. Let's try to do another layer with the hair dryer. The second layer, I think now it's almost, yeah, it's the second layer, but you can see that it dries the paper, but the paper is not holding the water as I expected. You can see how the paper is folding. But what we will say is, let's wait to see. I probably expected too much of this paper. You can see now how it's going. But maybe when I dry completely dry the colors, the watercolors, it becomes better. I'm now creating a little darkness in the roofs of the house. So try to give a little idea of depthness, a little more consistency. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating this. Let's see. Let's put some here. I'm putting something here. You can put it by the other side, but the reason I'm putting it on the opposite side is because I want to create some contrast. So as you can see, pretty much all of the oranges are going in the same direction. The other thing I can do is to use some brown, a little darker brown, so I combine some black with brown, and then I can create now the impressions of the house, or the house's doors. And in some cases, I like to make like a window. We don't necessarily have to cover everything. Sometimes I do this in blue. I just use dark brown this time in blue, and then I can also use some of the brown to emphasize some of the details of the house. Like this house is separated from the other, and this, yeah, like trying to give, yeah, as I say, some detail. It's a matter of preference, because for me, these details are very important. I really like to kind of make remarks on the painting. Somebody says that this is kind of applied drawing, because it's like a drawing over the colors, so you can see that I like that. And I always enjoy that, to do that. I know some people think that is too much, but so as you can see now, the painting is more alive. I can I probably need to work on the heels on the back. So let me try a darker blue. I will put this darker blue on the back, as you can see. This darker blue on the back. Because although the heels are not the main characteristic of the painting, working on them can help many of the things to come back to the front, if I can say it that way.